Welcome to Almost Functional Gaming. We aim to help all followers of Russ and the Allfather to improve on the tabletop. List building, tournament recaps, unit reviews, weekly council of the Fang, and other tips to help us all go from almost functional to fully functional. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out our merch store and Almost Functional score tracker on Amazon.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Almost Functional 40K. Back with Aiden, and we got Hunter joining us again tonight.
What is up? What is up? Hey, Hunter, how you doing, man?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Yeah, thanks for being back.
Absolutely.
So you guys are covered from Worlds?
Barely. I don't know about you, Hunter. I am still very, very tired. It's been a week.
Man, I loved it. It's always funny after a big tournament. It's like it does. You get exhausted, but you're also like, man, what do I want to change my list now? And the juices start flowing like immediately.
You're ready to go get it, man. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. I think I've been hobbying nonstop since I got back, which is, kind of nice to get caught up, but also like I can use this later. I won't be rushed. Should it become good?
There you go. Glad you're motivated. What are you hobbying?
Gray Hunters, and I finished in the Gile, but I'm just hoping that they're so close to being good.
They're so close, man.
Yeah. I got built, but I got to finish building my Gray Hunters.
I use the Gray Hunter bodies for some of my other conversions, like Desolation Marines. I use Gray Hunter bodies, which are fantastic. The kits are so amazing. Yeah. It's just such a good base for everything.
Yes. Yeah, the new models look great. They did give them their due. The new models look good for the Gray Hunters and the Blood Claws too. So
yeah,
I have no complaints about our model refresh. That was amazing.
So
wow, but Worlds was crazy, man. I had such a great time. It was such an experience. If anyone, obviously, if you ever get the chance to go to Worlds, please do. It is like the highest level of 40K. Fantastic atmosphere. GW runs fantastic events. The swag was cool. The games were fantastic. I didn't have any issues with any of my opponents. And I learned a few things. I don't know about you, Hunter, but I learned a few things in some of my games, man. There were some fantastic players there.
Man, Worlds was awesome. And just playing from people across the world and like different styles of play, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a great time, but I'll tell you, I think really the people that did the narrative had an even better time. They looked like it was costumes everywhere and briefings and maybe a few more beers than we'd have. And I had good friends that they were TOs for it. They just said they were having the time of their life. So if you don't qualify, if I don't qualify next year, or I've even told friends if I don't make it, I'm probably going to do the narrative.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and at least Hunter, you stayed true to Wolves. I mean, Aiden took Ravengard and then didn't win the whole thing. So
yeah, I honestly think I would have done better with Wolves.
Trade it. I mean, I could have told you that.
I know, right? It's crazy. Well, I won the ticket with Ravengard.
You should have taken Fenris. Should have won the Champions of Fenris.
I know. I'm having so many ideas of what I should have brought with the Wolves, and I'm thinking one thing I learned is a lot about Vanguard Spearheads. So I want to talk today, some point in the show, about Vanguard Wolves, because I think there's some play in there.
Yeah, a lot of people have been on that bandwagon a little bit from the beginning, but we've never really tried it out. But yeah, so we'll talk a little bit about you guys want to get into your world runs or a couple
man.
All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and pull yours up first, Aiden.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so round one looks like you played into Eldari.
Axel, fantastic guy from Mexico running Eldari. It was layout 8. I've played this. It's kind of a coin toss with Eldari. If they castle really hard in the staging rooms in the midfield and rush me, it's a really bad game. Axel did not. He stayed on his back line and just was picked apart by the Desolation Marines. It was a great game, but he just kind of let me do all the shenanigans that I was doing. Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Team Mexico. They were hyped the entire time. They were waving flags. They were cheering. They were screaming "Viva Mexico!"
Yeah.
They were a hoot. I played a opponent from Mexico. It was a great guy. So shout out to that country. They traveled well and had a good time.
Very cool.
And also shout out to Xavi, Space Wolf player from Vietnam, gave me his jersey and I wore it day one and I won both my games. So it
that's
is
cool.
the lucky jersey.
Nice.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. So then you're round 2. Let's see. Here we go. Ooh, Death Guard.
Dazzled with Death Guard. Again, layout 8. This could be really tricky. On layout 8, you need to castle really hard in that ruin and then prevent your opponent from castling. Luckily, I got first drop. I also went first, so I had my scouts just move block all of his vehicles and rhinos and plague marines for about a turn or two. Then I had JPI, just kind of preventing him from castling. I castled super hard with all of my stuff and then layout 8, hammer and anvil. It really could have gone either way. Death Guard's not an easy matchup. They have the damage, they have the tricks, they have the 6-inch deep strike. But I was just coming down to knowing like the mission and layout better. I had practiced on this layout 8 a couple times in the past week, so I just kind of knew how to handle it. Fantastic player though, amazing army. His army is gorgeous.
Cool. All right, so far you're holding it up for the U.S.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Hogfather?
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Jean-Loup. I think he ended up like 7th or 8th out of the whole event.
Yeah.
I played my heart out. I didn't really know the matchup all that well, but I played my heart out. And this is what I was talking about, where from the start of this game, I did not stand a single chance. This guy was like he is like world class. He lost in the quarterfinals by a single point. Yeah, fantastic player. He knew exactly the matchup. His army was perfect. It was also Terraform, which was bad enough. And I was going second against MSU Sisters. And he literally put 3 units. They're all like sub 50 points on objectives, turn 1, and terraformed all 3 objectives. And I was like, oh my God. And he just like kept terraforming. And I was just throwing away stuff. Yeah. He just knew the matchup way too well. Fantastic player.
I find most Marines struggle with Sisters.
Really hard in Sisters, especially in this matchup, especially going second. So, yeah.
It's so funny. I think Terraform's the one game that you want to go first. Like everywhere else, you're like, oh, I got bottom of score on Scorched Earth. This is awesome. Terraform, you're like, I went second. This sucks.
Yeah. I mean, even if I had gone first, I think Jean had the skills to pull it out. Mm-hmm. So credit to him.
What's up, Hogfather? And then, all right, so 2-1, not bad so far. Were they were doing 2 rounds every day? Was that how this
2 rounds
worked?
every day, which was really nice.
So 4-hour rounds, like
yeah.
Oh, so 4 days, 8 rounds.
Yep. Which is funny. You'd think it'd be less exhausting, but you end up playing the same amount of Warhammer per day, just in 2 rounds instead of 3. Because the rounds are 4 hours, you play 8 hours of Warhammer, sometimes more, versus 9 hours of Warhammer in a 3-round event. So, yeah. Reese, good to see you.
Hey, what up, Reese? All right, so then we're heading into round 4, your end of day 2.
Yeah, this was into Tau. And a close game. Steven, again, I think it was another matchup that I was not necessarily destined to do well from the start. I was playing a big weakness that when I was going into the event was I didn't really know. I didn't have the depth of experience in different armies with Raven Guard. I didn't know the play style and what to do in certain matchups and know what not to do in others. Steven, fantastic Tau player. He knew exactly how to play Raven Guard. I heard him say during the event, "Oh, I play Raven Guard at least once a week, and I tailored this list to beat Raven Guard." And for sure, he did. He knew exactly what to do.
Let me guess. His Riptides ignored your stealth, and then he spotted you and ignored your cover, and then he shot you.
Well, yes, that's it. But he also had 800 to 1,000 points of scouting for moving units that he just literally ran at me. Shot and charged and just got in my face. I didn't have anywhere to deep strike, anywhere to ingress, and I was on the back foot from the start. So this again was another game where I think I was just not meant to win it. So
yes, a few people have started to figure out how to counter that Raven Guard.
Yeah. I'll talk about that in the recap.
Yeah, that's another case of where the meta figures out the list and people crying for a nerf from day one, sometimes the meta can figure it out if you just give it time.
For sure. And I think that was the strength of Raven Guard. People just hadn't played against it in a very long time, like Vanguard style of Marines. And once you do know how to play against it, it's very beatable. It's very beatable.
Well, yeah, whatever I was building to beat Death Guard at night, and Raven Guard is a completely different playstyle. People weren't tailored for at that point.
For sure. So, yeah, going into round 5. Oh man, this one was so close. This was a very winnable game. I think it was against Drukari, and I had Desolation Marines, and I was just like doing really well in the first couple turns. I was getting a couple primary more than him, and he was. We were trading even on material. This is my one 30-second segment where I'm going to blame dice. Really nice guy, Paulie from England. I shot Desolation Marines with Oath +1 to hit. Sorry, Oath and +1 to wound, ignoring cover against 5 Witches and Lilith. And Witches, if you don't know, out of combat, I have a 6-up invulnerable save or T3. So everything's winning on 2s. I handed him 14 saves and then 4 2-damage saves. And I'm like, take these 14 on your 6-ups first. And then Lilith is going to take 4 up invulns on the 2-damage stuff, plus also all the other stuff. And by God, it took I think 12 or 13 6-ups to get through 5 girls. What I'm trying to say is he made like 8 or 9 6-ups out of 14. And I was like, what? Oh my God. And then Lilith proceeded to tank all the 4-ups, be fully alive. I couldn't charge her. My primary plan was foiled. And Lilith went on to kill 2 more units and tank almost an entire shooting phase of mine in the next turn. It was definitely winnable. It was definitely winnable. I probably could have been a little less greedy on material and a little more cagey and won just fine. But yeah, again, that was just lack of experience and a little bit of dice.
Yeah, so Drukari is so new, the new book. Like, yeah, not a lot of people have reps into that yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Lost to the Redcoats, Aiden. I'm disappointed in you.
I was very mad. It was so winnable. It was so winnable.
The British.
This round 6, Hunter, I want to hear about your experience. But I played Thomas Canadian on Adeptus Custodes and got a win. He essentially just deployed on the line and ran at me, which you think would be a really dumb strategy, but that was his only way of winning because of this. Now, this mission was on Dawn of War, which already is like a not very balanced.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
this is the wide open, isn't it?
Staggered Dawn of War, yeah. And the terrain was so incredibly wide open. I counted 7 different lines of sight from deployment zone to deployment zone. 7 different ones, not like 7 along the same one. It was like 7 different angles between terrain that were all open. If you stood on any midfield objective at anywhere, you could be seen from your opponent's deployment zone. There was no single point on any midfield objective you could not be seen from your opponent's deployment zone.
So they were showing all sorts of wrinkles at you guys. I heard a lot of layout 8. I'm hearing Dawn of War. Like, this is not the stuff you are playing at all year at GTs, and then the World Championship is like, surprise, different Warhammer.
Yeah, this felt like a narrative mission. Like, I'm not even joking. It felt like a narrative mission. We should have had twists in there. Like, I think if this mission had the twist of 18-inch loan up, it would have been balanced. Like, I'm not even kidding.
If you had Challenger cards, could you have won it?
No.
I think this mission, actually, Art of War put out like a video of them saying like this mission and round was one where they wanted to like apologize to all the foreigners who normally play WTC, and they were like, this was their first GW experience, and it was like the worst everything, worst table, worst terrain, worst mission. Because just like you said, you're in the open. So this was probably a mission that like the Custodian's best threat would be to deploy on the line, hope you go first, and just run at you.
Yeah.
I love GW layouts.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on Tipping Point, Search and Destroy, or Crucible,
Yeah.
or even Hammer and Anvil.
Hammer and Anvil is fine, you know.
But a Dawn of War or the Step Dawn of War just have no place in competitive play right now.
I think and everything else was fine. This was
it was okay. Yeah. Everything else was okay. So yeah, he ran at me because he had literally no other choice. I got a lot of shots off early on turn 1. I killed and his dice went a little cold turn 1. Even still, it wouldn't have mattered. I think he lost a full Warden brick and a full bike brick and a captain on bottom of 1. And at that point, I was like, we're not even playing Warhammer at this point. I'm just going to like walk at you and shoot you because I don't even care to play KG because I'm just going to win anyway.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. It was just, it was a win. A win was a win.
All right, redeem yourself a little bit. At least you didn't lose to a Canadian, you know.
I know, right? And then round 7 and 8, I think they were
Custodes got you back.
Yeah, they did. I kind
Malaysia. That's cool.
Yeah, great player from Malaysia, Daniel.
So they broke. So now you're not playing in your groups anymore.
No, yeah, rounds 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're out of your pod. You're playing the full group of people. So yeah, I was a little overconfident from my previous Custodes game, where the train was completely open and he was failing all his saves. So obviously that makes sense. But also, I will say, like, tournament fatigue set in on day 4. I could not make smart decisions. I was throwing units away where I didn't need to. I was overexposing way too much. And this is where I was saying, well, I think I would have done better on an army that I had more reps on, honestly, because I would just it wouldn't have been as taxing. I would have known, it would have been easier to make less mistakes.
True. Yeah. Playing an army is easier when your brain starts doing that autopilot.
For sure. This was winnable, but I just was making all the wrong decisions. Yeah. And same thing in my last round against Deathwatch. Winnable, but just making the wrong decisions and really, really exhausted at this point. I was almost like, I think, Hunter, I don't know about you, but like round 7 and 8, I was like, please, like, end this. Like, I just want it to be over.
Yeah, my round 8, I just said, hey, I'm just running at you. Like, like, deal with it or not.
Dude, 4 days in a row, 8 hours a day is a lot on the system.
And so this was a lot of uppy downy back and forth.
Yeah, uppy downy back and forth.
That would be a taxing game, even if it was round 1.
For sure. And he had a lot of experience on Deathwatch. I had very little experience in uppy downy armies. So, yeah, man, it definitely showed. But takeaways, Raven Guard are good. They're not unbeatable. If people know how to play against it, like it definitely is losable. And then I learned a lot about Vanguard. I think there are some takeaways for Wolves.
All right, cool. Well, we'll go through Hunter's run, and then we'll see where we're at. We should have plenty of time to get into your Vanguard stuff you want to talk about.
Yeah, man. And one really quick, we see you here about the Vitrix Guard. We can get into them after the World's run.
Yeah, after we get we can we do that real quick before we jump into the Vanguard thing, maybe. All right, so Hunter, round 1 into Australia. Admech. That's a tough army right now.
Admech's insane, and that was more the they were the boogeyman. And you talk about like not having practice. I theory hammered into Admech. I had a plan. But I went into this one fresh, and great opponent. That army does, and it was so good. Like the funny thing about this event is I feel like everyone I played was a faction specialist, so they were able to explain. Like there was no sneaky gets or no sneakiness. It was they were easy to explain what they're doing to where I could understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, unless you're a complete noob, you're going to take an army not something you just been playing for a month to. Oh, sorry, Aiden, I didn't see you there.
But. God, this guy brought like a shoot heavy Admech, and it shot very well. I just had a few lucky break, or I just played the mission. I had the mission play on my side.
Yeah. I had that thought in my head. I haven't got to play into the new Admech yet, but that Wolves have a decent game just with our data sheets and survivability into Admech that we can play a game with them.
You're fast enough into them. They do a really good job of screening, and they do have the weight of dice. It's you got to watch out for the Rust Stalkers with their dev wounds can get through your toughness.
Yeah, I don't think it's an easy game. But I think it's like a lot of people can't beat Admech. I think we can, but you're gonna have to not make any mistakes in it.
Yeah, but what was it? Round 2. This was one that again, great opponent. From France, he's on Team France. I had him this was one that like I really thought he was going to scoop, and kind of like he was like, "Man, you got me." I made a little bit of a mistake, and this is one of those where you make a mistake at Worlds, like you're playing against everyone qualified. You know, everyone here has won a GT. I had
scrubs. Yep.
Yeah, if I put my Logan a little bit to get his Vect aura where I really needed it. I had it where I wanted it, but like if I had more, if I was a better player, I would have had it just about an inch or two more north, and I would have shut down I would have covered the strats that I really wanted to shut down with the Vectora. But I had him dead to rights, and then I had a turn of 0 secondaries. Like you just.
Oh God, those are the worst.
Yeah, those are the like. There's just you draw and then you even redraw, and you're like, there's nothing I can do with these, and he gets the like. He had bottom of turn, so like of course the last turn he gets like sabotage and something else. He gets like 10 plus points on second.
Yeah. You could turn the 0 into his 11. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, if he doesn't, it was that was my lesson from there. Just if I had Logan an inch taller, it wouldn't have mattered. And keep the foot on the throat. I had him dead to rights. Good opponent, good game. I had a game plan. This was the Raven Guard, and my game plan worked really well. But I'll live and die on this hill that Logan Grimdark doesn't kill anything in a game. If you need him to kill something with 3 wounds, and you're like, man, this is going to be with Oath, you're not going to do it.
Oh, that's brutal, man.
He couldn't kill 3 Inceptors. Just so that's one dude left that's uppy downy and doing the mission play, and get sabotaged behind enemy lines last turn. You're like,
that's why I don't run him alone, because Logan with 5 Terminators can kill something.
I may have to try it. I've fought it long enough. I'm gonna. My next list does have Logan with 5. I'm going to see.
We have converted Hunter.
There you go, Hunter.
Maybe fit. Well, I mean, Michael Mann did just win a major with 15 Terminators. We can talk about that later. But maybe I will convert.
I enjoy 15. I'm running 15 in my list now. Like I liked the 20, I liked the 30, but like you're all in on Terminators. I think 15 gives you some versatility through the rest of the list.
It is weird. Like I love 10, so maybe I'll really love 15, and then maybe that'll be the start to the 30, like you said.
Yeah,
just keep going. So round 3.
Death Guard.
This was one. This was the Terraform, and he went first. And I got luckily I had 1 scout unit that I got to deploy, and then wherever he was, he just put the nerdling, like he had the 20-man Poxwalkers.
Yep.
And he made a wall, and he went first, and he just ran them an inch in front of my army and said, dig them out.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
one good thing about that is Nerdlings can't terraform, and Poxwalkers at best can do 1, so it's not quite as bad as a million Sisters units, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he was in position. He terraformed round 1 because he had things that he had he deployed in the line because he knew he had the line of Poxwalkers, so he knew I couldn't get to him. Yeah. Turn 1. He had a bunch of. It was Morty's hammer, so he had a bunch of. This was a vehicle heavy.
Yeah.
So he was able to move 10 and terraform like 2 objectives turn 1 with no threat from me. And
you're able to eventually dig out and turn all the terraforms off.
I digged out, and you talk about when you have to unterraform something. He's scoring points just like the beginning. I was like, I'm getting my tail handed to me, and he played phenomenal.
That's one of the few matches. Normally we get up and then they try to catch us. So you had to play the opposite in this one.
Yeah, I was digging out. That game sucked because I was like, so this is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jailed. Oh.
I was jailed, but we got there. And that -1 to hit sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
The Wolves are hitting on 5s. Like,
oh, did he go the -1 hit instead of the -1 save?
Absolutely. I'm 4 up in bones. Like.
Oh, true. That's true. That is right call in the Wolves.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
Great win though.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's super solid.
Great
Kalodner, man.
Oh my gosh.
Wolves.
This is one with a score. It was still a close game.
Yeah.
This guy, if anyone doesn't know Enchant, he's like the Space Wolf Slayer. I don't think he's ever lost to Space Wolves, is what he told me.
He beat at Crucible, there was 4 Space Wolves in our pod. We were in second pod. 3. He beat all 3 of the Space Wolves in the pod, and he beat 1 early. He was 4-0 against Space Wolves at Crucible.
He told me, and I've met him before because we were both at GW Tampa the year that he beat all of our war for Sisters. We had a great game, and this was
Jeff's a great guy.
Yeah.
Oh man, good player. Can't say enough good about the guy. this was one that I knew it was an uphill fight. I knew what sisters could do. Like I knew sisters have a good matchup into us. So I played lights out this game. I just said, man, I just know I got to throw my army at you and take my lumps and cripple you. And he had to turn his hat around. Like if Bjorn, he spiked on Bjorn with Morgan Val at the end and did like 6 dev wounds to Bjorn and 2 other saves or something. And I failed everything. And I still missed my Field Pains by like 1 or 2, I think. Yeah. He was sweating because if Bjorn lives, that score made. It was a big swing. A lot,
yeah.
And because I that was just one of the ones that at the end I was like, man, I think I just re-rack it and do it again. Like
the same thing.
I threw everything at him. I think I made good plays. I knew that it was an uphill fight, and
yeah, sisters are tough for Wolves, let alone the best sister player in ITC.
Yeah,
like I hit him. Yeah, as soon as we broke into pods at Crucible, he was my first matchup. I was like, God damn it!
Oh,
like I couldn't hit her later. Like, because that's the problem with pods is like if you lose that first one, you can't jump anybody who like. It's like I wouldn't mind losing him to the last round, but like hitting him the first, I'm like, well, that just tanks where you can finish.
So really brutal. Sucked. Yeah, and sisters, I think sisters are so much better than people like think they are.
Oh yeah,
they're so good.
Yeah, look at WCW. Like the top 22 that were undefeated, there's a top 16 as well. Like a good quarter of them were like sisters players.
Was he running those 2 bricks of like combat girls that are like -1 to hit or wound with like all the invul saves and bull
he had one with the halberds, but he has these stupid dreadnought things. Like he told me his list is tailored for melee Marines.
Yeah.
So it's really tailored for Space Wolves.
Yeah, he was running 2 of those units when I played him at Crucible, and he would not fail those stupid saves.
He had 3 of the dreadnoughts with the sustain, twin wings, hit you on 2s, wound on 2s, fight on death on a 2-up, dreadnoughts, and then one sister with the halberds that like once you hit them, they'll fight on death and just
girls that stand back up, sister, and like dude, that one sister like goes like crazy.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one she is, but she like gets like 1 million attacks, like at good damage and AP. I'm like, what the hell is this little girl doing?
I'll be surprised, the MVP in that was art. Like the sisters don't do. I don't want to say they don't do great, but like Arjack's unit was a problem for him.
Yeah.
That was a good unit. That's why I was like, man, I wish I had some more Terminators.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I played him, we were still. I think it might have still been Index because Crucible, I don't think was right after. I don't think I was able to take my new Marines, new Wolves.
But yeah, great game, great opponent. I rack him again. I became a better player after that game. So that was
good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So then halfway through, you're now 2-2?
2-2. Starting to get a little warmed up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
there we go. Necrons.
This was the one where the head takers are really cool into the silver top, into that 20-man blob of precisioning out the.
He was running the Horde Necrons.
He was, but it was a shoot heavy list. It was a cool list. I liked it. It was the Star Shatter, so they're really good at shooting and like things on objective. But you can still make that 20-man unit with a reanimator and the characters and like something else. They had he brought something like to give him a feel no pain, and it was. That brick is hard to kill in one activation, no matter
absolutely
what you throw at it. But this was just one that the head takers actually did, as you can imagine, did well. Once I can see your character, I'll precision them. And
was it paired weapons or shield?
I did shields. I don't want to get too much into the head takers world, but I just think just do the paired. Whatever. On paper, they sound tanky with a 4 in the list, and it's just not.
No,
just do the paired.
Marines with 3 wounds, even with a 4 invul, they don't really feel tanky. That's the same thing. People were asking me all weekend, like, "Oh, you got 10 Vanguard veterans with Inferno pistols. Why don't you take shields?" And I'm like a Marine with a storm shield is almost just as survivable as a Marine without a storm shield. Like they go down real easy.
Yeah, you gotta be T5 with -1 to wound and a 2-up save. Then the 4 matters.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So good start to day 3, and then we roll into round 6.
Here we go. We're
Aldari. I find Wolves are really good into Aldari.
And
this is a silly mission.
This was the
Oh.
one that you could see the whole table that we talked
Well,
about
that would have made it interesting.
because I have no shooting.
Yep.
So this is the guy that what's it? He sponsors like Scary, awesome
Yeah.
opponent, good
Yeah.
Eldar player. Gave me some sweet swag. I wish I had it around to support his shop and stuff. It was great, and just a good character in the game. And it was just, I think Wolves are just really good at Eldar.
Yep.
Minus when the hit and wound makes the Melta guys not Melta that great.
Oh yeah, their efficiency goes out the window.
Yep.
Shooting, yeah. As soon as they're shooting some sort of non-vehicle thing that gives them minuses to hit and wound,
And a 4 pinball and 4
they're like, all right,
wounds.
Yep.
here's Fugan and 10 fire dragons. I killed 1, maybe 2 dogs.
Maybe.
Yep.
And yeah, it was a tough matchup for him. He played. I was like, man, I think he did a hell of a job.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, no, just I also had bomb a turn. So like, as weird as it was on that matchup, I was like, man, it was the one where they disappeared. So I was like, I'll see you in the middle.
Oh yeah, yeah. Against Eldari, we love that mission. That and Purge the Foe.
Yep, see you in the middle.
Exactly. Especially now that you know the middle one stays, it's like.
Yeah.
What's really
That
great
is
to
so
Eldari for the Space Wolf players is to wrap it in Logan when you see where those fire dragons are. Like, you want to spend that 2 CP to get back in the boat? Can you?
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe you can't.
Absolutely.
So.
All right, cool. So then going into day 4.
Yep, 4 and 2 on this one.
Oh,
so.
GS. Oh, that's a
Whoa.
typo. GSC.
A fantastic GSC player, maybe one of the best in the world, Alex McDougall.
GSC is so good. When he was shooting me the whole game, I was like, what are you shooting me with? How are you hitting on 2s? And just the whole game. And I'm just like, oh my God, these vehicles are dumb.
Yeah.
This was a tough game that just, it was a grind. I wish it was a fun game. Definitely became a better player on this one. And learned a lot about GSC. And I've played GSC a few times. Not this type of GSC. This was the Tyrannid and GSC combo list. So his army's like hitting on 2s and getting just all the good stuff. And piloted by a pro.
Still able to bring stuff back.
Yes, the GSC can come back.
Yeah,
yes.
GSC, yeah.
Yep, so they're
that's
coming
so
back.
Annoying. Now that he's guaranteed, it's kind of like they spend points on it. It's like he gets to choose which units to keep. It's like
yeah, and those those melee guys, those aberrants or whatever they're called.
Oh
they
yeah.
Are, what? Who decided like that? I was like, man, kind of want to. I don't remember the points. I was like, Muscle Beach may not be bad in GSC.
Yeah.
But this was just a grind, and man, it's just a good player, and we each just threw everything we had at each other, and I ended up surviving. It was a back and forth mission. I just pulled it away at the very end on this one.
Wow, that's fantastic. What a win, man, and what a matchup. I'd love to watch the game that game back on stream. I know you weren't on stream, but
I wish that would have been a good one on stream. That was and that was like one of the ones that, and of course, Alex is a big name in the community, but we just played that game of like, okay, like, what are you trying to do? And that's how all the games were this weekend. We're like helping each other out and doing like, okay, I would, put your movements here, do your models here. And just a good sportsmanship of the game there.
Yeah. Runize, we are going over our games of the World Championship, me and Hunter, and then yes, we are definitely going to talk about Wolf Scouts after this.
This was the final game.
81 and a loss. That's a freaking game.
Man, it was a great game. I went first on this match, and it was awesome. Speaking of Wolf Scouts, not the new Wolf Scouts, but I had them like hemmed up. This guy was playing the 30 Terminators that he beat Michael Mann earlier in this one. Me and Mann were both talking about it. And this is like, you talk about the last game fatigue. I made one mistake. The Thunderwolf cab that I used the Lance strat on. I should have oafed their target. I oafed Arjak's target. I should have just done everything to them, because when I brought in Logan, I put it where he couldn't interrupt. because where I put Logan like on the Vec, or I put it to where it would cost all his CP. And if he wanted to interrupt on R-Jack, I'm okay with it because I got to fight on death. And, they're okay. But T-Suns players don't really want to interrupt in combat unless it's an easy, like, they know they're going to win. Or they can really whittle down what's hitting them. So if I do the Oath and Lance instead of spreading it out, that's just game 8 fatigue. And I was like, man, I'm just going to see what we can do. And I made... And it wasn't anything bad, but like when I did some movement, I thought my blade, my head takers were safe from an angle, or if like maybe like one thing could see them. And then like, another angle was like, oh yeah, no, they were exposed more than they should have been. So he picked up for no reason a head taker unit. If I had that unit, I think I flipped the game because I would have had more resources.
Man, what a game! 81-point loss. You gotta be proud of it, though.
That was another one that Bjorn almost lived. Like if he also tanks like just one more save, the scores flip. It was like a 10-point swing. Bjorn is he's so good, man. And I kind of told him, I was like, he's tougher to kill than you think. And like he didn't believe me until he had to kill him, and he got him to like the wound. And I was like, dang.
Still 5-3. That's good. The only 6-2 is the best any Wolf player did. So I mean, you were right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we all did 5-3. So one guy did go 6-2. The top guy.
McCurdy got 6-2. He ended up in 43rd.
Nice.
Yeah. So any takeaways from the tournament with Wolves? Anything that you're thinking? Maybe, and takeaways.
It's kind of funny. Like I think I hit it a little bit. The head takers that just 3 wound Space Marines. Even if you bring a guy back. With that, I just wish they hit. That's why I think the paired weapons and just take your lumps with them.
Yep.
And I think that it was funny. Like there was units I didn't like, and like I wanted to try out some different units. And then I talked with Michael Mann a little bit, and the units that I didn't like did really well for him at Worlds.
Oh yeah.
And at the event that he won, I'm like, I guess that makes sense. Kind of looking at it, I wanted to try out some theory crafting of dropping one of the TCAV units because they need Lance and Oath to really kill something. And you want to, so like it's hard to spread that love to 2 of them. I feel like the one that had that combo killed shit, and the other one was really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I just run 1 3-man right now. Is without Lance and stuff, they're still good at skirmishing other skirmishers, but they're not going to kill anything big.
I think the other unit that I missed is I missed Murder Fang. Like I every game I was like, I think I wish I had Murder Fang in here. Like he would have done really good in every game, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think there's so much value in having like a delete button, Like just saying, I'm going to send this, and that unit's just not going to exist at the end of this turn. You know what I mean?
So I think there's that. There's some units I wanted to try out. I kind of want to see how an aggressor bomb does in Stormlands with a captain, because you can captain strat rapid ingress them. You can captain strat give them the assault weapons so that they can advance, shoot, and charge.
They've got a fantastic. What are you thinking? Flamers? Or you thinking bolts?
I don't know. That's yes.
Yeah, both. I love the idea of flamers. Like credible Overwatch threats are fantastic. They just put so much pressure on the opponent.
Yes.
So and it helps with killing the chaff. It was funny. Every game, people were like, you don't have any shooting. I was like, I got enough to kill a screen, and it's an intercessor unit. And
there you go. Yeah.
They killed every screen. It was funny. Like I was like, man, I want more of these guys.
Yeah, why not?
But I don't know. When I was building the list, I kind of wanted 2 squads of Wolfen. But I don't have 20 Wolfen with hammers. I've got 12 because that's how they used to. Units of 5 with the guy. So and that was I think that's what Man ran, and he won the major with was 20 Wolfen. Awesome.
That makes sense.
That's the things I want to test out. I want to test out the aggressors. I want to test out more Wolfen and less TCAV. Other than that, like Murder, I'd like to get Murder Fang back in the list. It was fun.
Yeah.
That was my takeaways from the Space Wolves.
Yeah, man. That makes
What was
sense.
What was your takeaway on Space Wolves from the tournament, Aiden?
Well, let's talk about Vanguard. So I think a lot of the weaknesses that I found with Vanguard couldn't hold primary very well. It had nothing that wanted to stand on objectives and just,
You mean
skirmish,
Raven Guard?
battle, fight, you know. Yeah, that was one of the big weaknesses that people exploited again and again in my games was like the only units I was throwing were like jump pack intercessors or like 3 inceptors, onto objectives or like, a 5-man Marine squad with a character or something like that. And just very easy to pick apart and piecemeal. So what I think Wolves can bring to the table for Vanguard is durable melee units that can really be aggressive in midfield. Like 3-man Thunderwolf Cavalry. I love Arjax unit with 5. Terminators in general. I mean, even just like either Wolfen could do really well. Just skirmishing, tying things up, getting like into people's faces, holding primary here and there. The second thing is the Vectora. People went after the Vectora. And at first, before this tournament, I had it on a single combat lieutenant, which is great. It's like a fantastic unit, but everyone just beelined it for that. And the combat lieutenant died like really early on in most of my games, which is why I switched to a squad with a Phobos Librarian. But I think Space Wolves can bring. I think you go triple Vect, honestly. Calidus, Logan, and combat lieutenant Vect with Space Wolves Vanguard. Like it will just shut off your opponent's CP economy if you play it well. They will not be spending strats except for maybe one every game turn. You know what I mean? Like it really messes with them.
The strats is kind of a takeaway is like how important strats really are to the game. When I played against the Raven Guard guy, it felt terrible when he's like, okay, cool, I do a free rapid ingress, a free heroic, a free uppy downy, and like a captain strat for something else. And you're just like, you just did 4 strats for like nothing.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That's insane.
Really good. Oh, another strength, another weakness of Wolves is a delete button I talked about. But let me tell you, even without good Oath, Centurion Devastators with +1 Blitz skill and +1 AP, they don't even need the regular Oath of Moment. They don't even need that. They're hitting on 2s rerolling with like AP4 las cannons rerolling twin linked and like strength 9 AP3 D3 damage blast. So you're getting like 18 to 24 hits with your whenever time you shoot with that. It's AP3. Yeah, Space Wolves love that unit. Like I think I've struggled to pull out damage in my Space Wolf games, and I think with the Centurions in Vanguard, they don't struggle for damage. If they see something, it usually is going away, or multiple things. So in that way, I think they synergize really well. I mean, granted, there aren't a lot of shooting Space Wolf units. Unfortunately, Grey Hunters only are like they're good, they're not amazing. So on the surface level, that Space Wolves don't really benefit from Vanguard like all that much, but I think there's a lot of synergies with the way you would want to play units in Vanguard Wolves. Yeah, legend. We're talking Vanguard Wolves right now.
Well, and yeah, like people saying, just it gives you some defensive buffs, which were already hard to kill, just tacking into that a little more. Like a lot of times we try to go into detachments that either speed us up or help with our damage problem. But yeah, you can't just go Vanguard, just double down on being -1 to hit now and always be in cover, like all the stuff you get in Vanguard.
Durable, exactly, yeah. And I'll mention the Infiltrate. I think we talked about LOL, what if you could infiltrate 20 Blood Claws in a Wolf Freeze turn 1, which, is funny, but I don't think it's actually that good. Sometimes if you go second with 20 Wolves that are like within 12 inches or 12 inches away from your opponent, those 20 Marines will just not be there at the end of top of 1. So yeah, I think we already kind of have like Logan as the pseudo infiltration. We don't really need that that stratagem, but yeah, the durability of Wolves, the skirmishing of Wolves, we want to be in the middle seeing objectives, and Wolves want something to just delete, want just really good shooting that doesn't need Oath. Vanguard, like you're talking Vanguard. 20 Blood Claws, Blade Driven Deep Priest is beautiful. It's like 230 points. And it can do some damage, but at the same time, like if you go second, it can be really punishing if you're a little too close to your opponent with 10 Marines. And finally, this will be a segue. We now have a Phobos unit that actually does damage. So that triggers really well with the Phobos.
Which Phobos characters can join them?
Don't even get me started, man.
Is it 0?
I forgot we were Space Wolves.
Is it 0?
It's absolutely 0. Literally, if any one of them could join, it would be amazing. But
imagine putting like a Reaver Lieutenant or like
Reaver Lieutenant, Phobos Librarian for like the lone op, like
Phobos Lieutenant for the shoot and move, like
with lethals. Yeah, man. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think Wolf Scouts can do really well in Vanguard. Like the 6-inch reactive when you get charged is really great too, and the sick objectives.
You want to jump into the Victor's Guard or the Scouts next?
Let's do Scouts because it's Wolf specific, and then we can talk about Victor's Guard later on. I've got the oh sweet, you already got it up.
Yep.
Can you do full screen or are you working?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. I just pulled it over from the other screen. I'm trying to figure out why it's doing it.
While he's pulling up, I mean, first off, cool looking models. You know, I guess they're like, what if we give some skins on the backpack? Probably covering up like an important event or something.
It really is. It really is. Like, man, our models have been the coolest Warhammer 40K models that have come out this year.
Oh, if it was just a cool model competition, yeah, we'd be putting everybody.
We would be S tier, honestly. People would ask me to nerf us.
Yep. So 7-inch move, which is standard for Wolf units. That's typical Phobos profile here. But we do get the Hunting Wolf.
10-inch move. So these are actually 10-inch moving scouts.
Yep.
Like, you don't realize that, but say you start 12 inches away from your opponent, it's now a 1-inch charge because your wolf moves 10 and then you string back to the rest of them.
Right, and his base is long enough that with the 7-inch move, you probably are in coherency.
So this whole unit moves essentially 10 inches for the charge and grenades and everything.
And scouts. And
and advances, and depending on what detachment you're in, like.
Yeah. Scouts, Kevin, they can go in an impulsor. Absolutely. It's them in an impulsor shooting plasma pistols and the thunderclap out of it are fantastic early skirmishers.
Well, that's another thing too. Yeah, they can't infiltrate the impulsor, but you scout 7 up with the impulsor. If you have first turn, you jump out 3 inches, then move the dog 10. So basically you have 13, basically 20 inches from your deployment zone, and then charge.
Yeah,
advancing.
I've loved incursors in an impulsor. That unit, it was actually one I won the golden ticket with. I had that in my list. But these are just the incursors that just have more damage.
Yep. I wish they were slightly cheaper.
Yep.
But I think you can find play for 1. I know some people are talking about 2 and 3. Until they get a little bit of a point drop, I can't see running multiple myself.
Yeah, that's the what's it, 110, I think, or 15?
105, yeah. And they can't you can't use them like scouts. Like, you have to use them, find a different role for them because they're too expensive to just move, block, and sacrifice like you do with a 70-point scout unit.
Yeah,
my scouts are normally dead turn 2.
Their goal is violence and as fast as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
The +1 to wound is, pretty cool. I know the other army, they can kind of counteract that because that depends on the opponent. They could have someone within 6 of it, right?
Yeah.
But this little unit, man, like for a turn, if you go first, you oaf their target, run out and melt a bomb it, and you could grenade, charge, melt a bomb, and stab them. Like, you can do some damage.
Plasma pistols, +1 to wound.
And their +1 to wound can be in the shooting and fight. Like, it's not restricted to either phase.
Yeah. This unit punches up. Like, if you are going into a rhino, like this unit could almost kill a rhino by themselves. Grenade, melt a mine, plus plasma, plus the +1 to wound, charging.
I think if it was like 10 points, maybe 15, get it under 100. Make it incursor level or just a smidge above an incursor.
Oh man, if they were 80 or 85, you would see 3 of them in like every list.
They're so close, but you know what detachment really wants this unit?
Hunter.
Hunter.
Yep.
If you, man,
Early game, kill something because you want violence as soon as possible. Plus, they get +1 to hit because they're a 6-man unit, into most skirmishings are 5.
Yep.
And and you get your +1 to wound. So,
and do we take the plasma gun and runic stave in the every list?
Yeah, plasma gun, runic stave. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you'll have a power weapon and a runic stave. So it's not horrible combat. You got the 1d3 in there.
Then you have a bunch of like chain sword attacks. They're essentially 4, but they're 4 attacks each though, which is solid.
Oh yeah, and they're AP1. So I mean, yeah, they're not nothing.
I mean,
1 dog attacks.
+1 to wound. All of that, this will kill. I mean, there is no Eldari unit that wants to be charged by that turn 1 other than fight first Janzar.
I actually did the math on 5 Marines. Like if say the squad gets into 5 jump pack intercessors, it kills them like 98% of the time with those. Like with the +1 wound.
And I like
shooting,
that the plasma gun guy doesn't give up his combat blade.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. No. Oh, that's
I thought he did too, and then I was just looking. I was like, wait, they don't have a generic combat weapon attack. And I looked down. No, he just swaps out his pistol.
So you have the 3 stave attacks. You get the 4 power weapon attacks. You have 12 AP1 strength 4 attacks, potentially +1 to wound or +1 to hit.
And then just an additional little 2 dog attacks just for.
Like, I don't think you could design a better unit for Saga the Hunter. Like Saga the Hunter, that was like the one thing that was missing is like units to get the Saga going. You didn't want to throw away your big bricks to get the Saga going. They want a unit that is fast, hits hard, deploys really far forward, and has a Space Wolf keyword. And boom, here we are.
Yep, and the ability to have a bunch of strength 8 damage too, even though we're risking hazardous, is just something that most wolf units are missing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if you don't overcharge, like I said, you get up close to someone because you're fast, right? You're scout 7, you're moving 10. You get up close, even if you don't overcharge, that's what, plus the psychic attack, plus grenade and haywire. Like you can,
and then you charge.
It should be 3 plasma gun, 1 or basically 3 pistol, and then plasma. So basically 5 shots.
5 plasma
plus a thunderclap.
Plus 3 a thunderclap.
There's D3 blast, thunderclap, like heavy bolter shots essentially.
Yeah, neg 1, 2. Basically heavy bolter without the sustained.
I love a lot of things about these guys, but I think you're right. The points are a little bit high.
Yeah, around 90-ish, I think they'd be amazing. Even 95 is probably where they should be, but 90, they'd be amazing.
Yeah. To me, I see these guys as jump pack intercessors. They almost have the same damage output as jump pack intercessors and some of the same movement and some of the same survivability.
Here's something interesting. I didn't even notice about it. They have a 3-up save.
They've got 3-up save.
Yeah, they're regular Phobos. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're veterans. They're in Phobos, regular Phobos armor.
My brain was thinking, scouts, 4-up save.
Yeah. They got the smoke keyword, that got the grenades keyword. Funny enough, if you can use the 10-inch moving wolf to get angles around corners and use that wolf to throw grenades. The wolf has the grenades keyword. I want to point this out. The wolf has a grenade in its mouth, and it's going to throw a grenade at you.
Yeah. Well, and they're Phobos, so they get a lot of buffs in your Vanguard list.
They get a lot of buffs. They can go in impulsors. They can react to 6. You can up to uppy downy 2 of them. They don't really want to like uppy downy because then they're just standing 9 inches away from the opponent, shooting like a couple plasma. They'd rather be like charging and everything. But yeah, the Phobos keyword is quite good. There are some good Phobos things.
Yes.
Yeah, they're juiced up in cursors. I take them over in cursors. It's just the points.
The points, man. I think 95, that would be the perfect spot for them.
Now you take the Phobos captain and you can redeploy them.
Oh man, like if any unit can join, any leader could join these guys, I would love them.
I do like the Phobos captain. That's another unit.
Well, I say you infiltrate aggressively to shut people's other stuff down, and then you redeploy them somewhere more safe after you both have deployed.
Mm-hmm.
But
like psych, we're on this flank, going to get your little skirmish unit on this side where you thought we were setting up the other side.
Yeah.
Because if you have Logan and them in deep strike, which side am I bringing the Terminators? You don't know. Oh, now I'm redeploying the scouts to somewhere you didn't expect, and now the Terminators are coming there.
Yeah.
Now I'm attacking a flank you weren't expecting.
So I know you don't want to use these guys in move blocking, but I will say the 6-man with that long base from the Wolf is a really long move block. They scout 7, they move 7, potentially 10 with that. Like you can move block a lot with this
Yes.
6-man unit.
I'd,
Again, you're not
I'd
wanting to do
rather do it with a 5-man for 70 points
Yeah.
if I'm just move block. Now, if they kill something early in like turn 3 or something after they've done some other stuff, you need a move block, cool. But a turn 1 move block and just throwing away 105 points.
So here's the thing, though. Like, I think people are going to underestimate how much damage these guys can do, and they're going to be like, "Oh, I'll put like against my Death Watch opponent. I would have loved to have these Wolf Scouts because he put like 5 Terminators out like right on the line, and these Wolf Scouts kind of fuck up like 5 Marines or they'll kill like 3 or 4 Terminators like with a grenade, the Mortals, the Plasma, and then the charging.
Yep.
Like they'll fuck up some stuff.
Oh no, yeah, I don't hate the unit. I just wish they were a little cheaper.
For sure.
But I do think there's some lists. Like I said, Hunter. I think you start with 1 to 2 of these in Hunter.
Yeah, for sure in Hunter.
My problem is just finding what I drop to put them in. Is my issue.
Well, I think the good news is it's bad news and good news that we're currently sitting under 50%. Like I think we're sitting. What did you see last week, Matt? What was our win percentage overall?
I think it was like 45. I'm trying to remember when we were looking at all the meta stuff last week.
At WCW, I think. I think at WCW is 44. So the bad news is that we're not doing too hot.
At WCW, we played, let's see, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 games. We won 30. We were 35, 44, and 1.
Yeah, so under 50%,
well
like
below
44%.
50. Yeah.
But I think the good news is
44 is a good. 44 is better than 45. Because they're trying to keep everything 55 to 45. So if we're going to be down in the low 40s, we want to fall below that 45 so they do something for us.
So, yeah, I think the good news is that we're in line for a buff. And if we get the right points adjustment, Wolf Scouts come down, Grey Hunters.
Unless they think, oh, we just gave them Wolf Scouts. Let's see how that plays out first.
No.
No, they're gonna say because someone just won a major with Wolves that actually we're going to get nerfed again. Heaven forbid when we won like a GT, they hit us. So
man.
Now here comes here comes the
Hopefully they look and realize that was in the middle of South Carolina and there was no like top level AdMech or anything there for like have to fight through. Like that does not deserve nerf.
I mean, I will say though, the list that he took, it was actually quite interesting. It was 18 head takers, they all shields with battle leaders, and then 30 shield wolfen, a redeemer, and like 2x5 wolf scouts plus some other stuff. All of those units hit on 2s you're rolling, and with +1 to wound all the time. Like they're really efficient at some. What's the saying?
They're good and stuff. Like his final round was into orcs, or maybe it was the second to last round was into orcs. I think all that is good into orcs.
Yeah,
I didn't look at the orc list, but if it's like a horde orc list, redeemer's great into that. All the head takers are great into that. Well, like
it's definitely an interesting list. I want to play test it at least once. But circling back to a comment earlier, Silent Rip, how do our units stack up against the new Vitrix Honor Guard?
Oh boy!
First of all,
GW said we got to sell some models.
Yeah. First of all, fuck these guys. Secondly, fuck these guys.
So good.
Compare them to Wolfguard Terminators. Like I'm not even joking. They're almost the exact same points cost. Wolfguard are 34 points a model. These are 35 points a model. So they're model per model, like the exact same as Wolfguard Terminators. Wolfguard have 1 toughness and a 4-bend bolt, which are arguably, it helps. These guys get +1 weapon skill, +1 attack base. They get a blood surge.
Yeah, not just if you're higher, always.
Yes. -1 to wound all the time, not just if you're higher. They get OC2 and they get +1 strength and attack. And they have, it just is like the amount of shit that they get is like exponential compared to Wolfguard Terminators, which are already the best unit in our book.
Mm-hmm. And they have a blood surge.
They've got a blood surge. You know how obnoxious that is?
But you're not done. They get -1 to wound. Just,
all the time.
You're going to put a captain with them. Sure. If you look at their blades, they have precision and twin linked, which is better than precision dev wounds from the head takers that have to go into a specific target.
Right.
They get
Well,
to go
the
super.
Blade of Honor, I think, is only on the one guy.
Yeah.
Everybody else has the power weapons,
Yeah.
Well,
which is it's one more attack than us, and it hits on 2s instead of 3s.
mhm.
Because for some reason, Wolfguard Terminators hit on 2s in shooting, but not combat. And then
Yeah.
once per game, he can take it up to Strength 5 and 6 attacks. Or sorry, Strength 6 and 6 attacks. And this would
Yeah.
go to Strength 6 and 7 attacks with the precision and twin linked. They just get so much extra stuff, and they get the +1 to wound oath.
They get +1 to wound oath.
It's so the unit is better than ours, right? Like we've established, like
Yeah.
wow,
Flat out in many
everything.
ways.
Oh, and they're 4 wound models. That's cool.
Yes.
Innately.
OC2.
But yeah, the kicker is that GW allowed them to be. Other people can join them that are really good units.
Calgar,
Calgar.
I think Uriel Ventress with Vect and Deep Strike,
Mhm. Yep.
Kato with 6-inch reactive, and I think it gives something else too, like
Do
Captain.
they not have an invul? Am I missing that?
No, but with 2 up and AOC, like most of the time you don't really need invuls.
And 4 wounds and -1 to wound. I would take all that over 4 pinball, like
For sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying, at least they don't have that. So there's some situations where
If you are like AP4 and like
Mhm.
ignoring
they
cover.
suffer worse against the Riptides than we do. Ignoring
Yes.
cover, ignoring hit modifiers, ignoring cover,
Sure.
AP like 3 or 4. So they're getting 5 ups, 4 damage. So there are some things that we're better into, but generally they're a lot better.
Riptides kill us to the T. Riptides kill them to, like, 1 extra guy.
Yeah.
But it's all the characters that can join them. Like there's lists that are 3 of those units with Calgar, Kato, and the Uriel Ventress, who's gonna wrap it in. Hold on 1 second. My dog's trying to attack my mic.
Yeah.
Rapid ingress, Vectora them. And,
Like
Kato's gonna run away. It's just like, ugh.
How do you deal with this unit? Like you shoot and charge it. The problem is it's got reactive move and blood surge, so you can't shoot and charge it. You either all shoot it or all charge it. And like if you charge it, 1 activation is not going to do it. They can interrupt and probably wipe the second unit or fight on death. Or if you just shoot it, it's still like incredibly durable. If you're not taking the primary away from them, it just is like it's way too good right now.
Yeah, so
what you got to
GW
do
models, and they
is charge it with Arjack and 10 Terminators with Lance and +1 AP, while Logan's right there to turn off their strats.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then we kill each other because unless they have 3 CP to fight on death or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have better speed than them, but that's all the only thing we got really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't charge Thunderwolves into these. They will probably lose like 2 guys and then kill 2/3 of the Thunderwolf squad and then fall back and wipe the rest.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
I love charging Thunderwolves in a Sanguinary Guard. I'm like, oh, you're 3 wounds? Fail saves.
Yeah.
But yeah, these guys, same problem with our Terminators. 3 wounds, they're like, cool, might as well be 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
3 damage versus 2 damage are the same thing to them.
Yeah. Good looking models though, GW.
They're cool, man.
Yeah.
Matt, I'll leave this one up to you. We got a guy, Rear View, asking for us to hit up a GT winner for an interview. But yeah, we'll take a look at that if we can. Yeah, these guys are really freaking good. I think they need to be adjusted points wise. They need to be like 250 for 6 at least.
Yeah. Well, it's like Ultramarines already needed something with the +1 to wound oath, like in double with Calgar, or not Calgar.
They made top 16.
Gilliman.
We did. So
they've been a problem for a while.
Don't worry, they got a whole new attachment or detachment.
They got new characters as well.
Even better, and Ultramarines are really good right now.
They're very good.
I've heard rumblings from certain people. I don't know how true it is that the +1 to wound oath might be going away in one of the next updates. Good. Would be cool. That would help.
That would really help.
They don't need it.
They really don't need it.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to get into?
Well, just that this is my last podcast before I take a hiatus for the holidays, enjoying family time and the calm of the winter before I come back in the spring. Definitely will come back. Really been enjoying the podcast.
Yeah,
But-
next week we probably won't do one Thanksgiving. There's going to be a lot of traveling and stuff going on. And then we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on what we're going to do during December because we got Christmas and stuff. And I will do a little bit because I'm going on the 10th of December. I'm going to the Champions Cup. So I'll do some stuff about around that. But probably Christmas week will take off. And then we'll really, really get back into it strong again next year.
Yeah, for sure. I think with I'm hoping that GW will see where we're at and give us some love.
Champions of Rust for Grotmus.
Champions of Russ.
With
That'd
the
be
Lehman
awesome.
Rust drop. That's why they took it away so they could drop it again with Lehman Rust for Christmas. No, I that would be awesome. Like, I'm hoping they give us some kind of cool detachment, but
Or just make ours work. I'll take that. I'll just take a change to ours.
Yeah.
yeah, Mega Man. We talked briefly about it. We didn't get super hard into it because we went over there WCW and some other stuff tonight.
Yeah.
But we'll see if I can get a hold of Ujo's Rage in the Discords and see if I can get him on one of these coming up weeks to talk about his list and stuff. All right. Well, we're on hour 6 now, so if there's nothing else you guys want to get into, we'll call it a night.
Look, I can stay here and talk Space Wolves all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can start theory crafting some Wolf Scouts and Saga the Hunter list.
Christmas wish list for wolves, you know.
We
Actually,
can-
Aiden and I did that a while back. Maybe we should see if Hunter wants to get that start beginning of the year. Want to see what all the updates are. Build a list for every detachment again, like we did before.
That would be pretty cool. I'd love that.
I'd love to. Yeah, I'm a big theory crafter. Let's get some. Once we get some information, throw it against the wall. This is a good
That's what
time.
we did last time. We'd each take a detachment and kind of had like a set idea of we wanted, and then we'd start there, and then we'd help each other finish the list out, and then so with you, yeah, we could do 3 different ones. Everybody picked like their pet one. Like that's where I came up with my Champion Defenders list originally, ironically, and I was like, you know what? There's actually something here, and ended up taking it to a GT, and so we'll see what we come up with.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, I'm excited to get these Wolf Scouts and get them ready for the Saga the Hunter meta incoming.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yeah, interested to see this. Does it come out this weekend or next weekend?
I think it's this. Pre-orders were up last weekend, so it's this weekend coming up.
Well, they've been doing 2 weekends for some stuff. I don't know if they do the same.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's what I was trying to remember. I couldn't remember if this weekend was the first one or what. I don't remember. But yeah, and see if all my local stores got it, or if I have to buy a $300 scalper box.
Ah, I hate that.
That stuff's like it's so ridiculous.
Don't do it, man.
No, I would. I absolutely wouldn't. I would convert something, but like that's just crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and catch you guys next time.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Thank you for watching Almost Functional Gaming. We appreciate the support of all followers of Russ and the Allfather. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also, check out our merch store and Almost Functional Score Tracker on Amazon. Everything helps support the growth of this channel, and we appreciate it.